The first visitors to Africa came in the 1700s BC. These were the people who would later be called Hebrews. Now, black people are ticklish on this because black people think that everything in the Bible is true. I question the intelligence of anyone who thinks everything in the Bible is true or supposed to be true. It's allegory, stories told to illustrate a point at a time when there were very few people reading books. And most of what went into the making of the Bible was copied from Egyptian texts. Now, if you want to get so dewy-eyed over the Bible, which is a carbon copy of a carbon copy, why don't you go back and read the original Egyptian text? Then you see where all these stories started from. You see where the story of the Exodus started from. Now, you get so dewy-eyed, you actually think there was an Exodus. These people walked into Africa. Why couldn't they walk out? Why did they have to go by sea? Why did they see at the park? If you read Egyptian literature, you will discover that the whole story of somebody parting the sea started with about 3,000 years before the Hebrew entrance. I should not use the word Hebrew entrance, before the entrance from Western Asia. Now let's get one thing straight, because black people are confused about all religions. All people tell stories to make themselves feel good. And there's nothing wrong with that, so long as you are clear about what you are doing. The Hebrews copied African stories to make themselves feel good and said that was us. Then we come down and believe it. When the story of Joseph and Mary, and I've personally seen it, in the great lodge of Luxor, was carved in stone. And the story existed 2,000 years before Abraham arrived. The story of Cain and Abel is an old African story, was an old African story before they got there. And there's a whole book of flood stories. Every culture has its flood story. Now, the Bible is not less a Bible and not less holy, because it is part fiction, part history, and part folklore. It is still a book of inspiration. It is still a book of spirituality. And you can separate one thing from the other and keep it. I didn't say throw it out. I say understand it. I think you can get more out of it by understanding it. And what I'm saying is that the Hebrews copied African folklore and integrated African folklore into the book, but they personified it, saying this happened to us, when in fact it didn't happen to them at all. They merely said it happened to them. All right, now, when they had to face the Pharaoh who knew not Joseph, and when he said, those of you who wish to obey African law may stay. Those of you who do not wish to obey African law will have to go. Those are the ones who left Africa. Now that's the origin of the Exodus. All the Jews did not leave Africa because some of them said that they could stay and live under African law. Jews remained in Africa. Some of them were there when the Romans arrived thousands of years later. Now, the Exodus is one of the best known stories in human history. And there is not one iota of proof that it occurred. The Bible is not less holy because of it. but this is a part of Hebrew myth. And it is a good story to teach faith. Whether it is true or not, it is a good teaching lesson. Why can't we draw the lesson from it and stop worrying about whether it's true? Now, if you know the geography of Africa, you know that was a 16-mile land bridge connecting Africa with Western Asia. When the Jews came in, they walked in. They could have walked out. So they didn't have to leave by water at all. And if they left by water, they would have to leave further down. And if they left that way, then they would end up in Yemen. It didn't go with the geography. Look at the geography. Look at where the land, this is before the Suez Canal. Thousands of years before. Look, the Christian story is one of the most beautiful stories in the history of the world, but you have to separate one thing from the other and keep the story. Don't throw out the story because it is mixed with a whole lot of things that are questionable. You can enhance the story by understanding it and understanding to what extent the story is embellished by folklore. All right, now, 70 people came in. 70 Hebrews came in. 600,000 goes out and still leaves some. Would 70 people create that many people, even if they spent all time creating people? So what we have here is that a lot of Africans, not ethnically Hebrew, became converted to the faith. And they were of another religious persuasion, but not of another ethnic persuasion. And then at this time, religion was so sharp in the minds of each people. Sometimes a religious person, in one religion, didn't feel as safe as he thought he should, though religious tolerance was much better then than it is now. All right, now what did they take out of Africa? They came into Africa without a clear language, without a clear religion, and without a clear culture. When they left, they had all three. Africa had made the Hebrews a people. The early Hebrews became a people and entered history through Africa. And you do not have to argue about whether they were white, black, or otherwise. The only whites who entered the area were Greeks and Romans. Right. So now if you want to figure out where the white Jew came from, that's the problem. The European white Hebrew is nothing but a European belatedly converted to the faith. In the 12th century AD, there was arguments in Europe because the Africans and the Arabs were controlling Spain and the Mediterranean. There was arguments for whose fight you're going to join, the Arabs or the Christians. And there was a group of people who didn't want to join either one of them. They sought an alternative, and they chose Judaism. So the Caucasian Jew is just a European who chose Judaism. And he has no ethnic relationship to the biblical Jew at all.
This poem shall speak of time, time unlimited, time undefined. This poem shall call names, names like Lumumba, Kenyatta, Nkrumah, Hannibal, Akhenaton, Malcolm, Garvey, Haile Selassie. This poem is vexed about apartheid, racism, fascism, the Ku Klux Klan, riots in Brixton, Atlanta, Jim Jones. This poem is revolting against first world, second world, third world, division, man-made decision. This poem is like all the rest. This poem will not be amongst great literary works, will not be recited by poetry enthusiasts. It will not be quoted by politicians nor men of religion. This poem is knives, guns, bombs, blazing for freedom. Yes, this poem is a drum, Ashanti, Mama, Igbo, Yoruba, Nyabingi warriors, Yohuru Yohuru, Yohuru Namibia, Yohuru Soweto, Yohuru Africa. This poem will not change things. This poem needs to be changed. This poem is a rebirth of a people, a rising, awakening, understanding. This poem is speaking, have spoken. This poem shall continue even when poets have stopped writing. This poem shall survive you, me. It shall linger in history, in your mind, in time, forever. This poem is time, only time will tell. This poem is still not written. This poem has no poet. This poem is just a part of the story. His story, her story, our story. The story is still untold. This poem is now ringing, talking, irritating, making you want to stop it. But this poem will not stop. This poem is long, cannot be short. This poem cannot be tamed, cannot be blamed. The story is still not told about this poem. This poem is old, new. This poem was copied from the Bible, your prayer book, Playboy magazines, the New York Times, Reader's Digest, the CIA files, the KGB files. This poem is no secret. This poem shall be called boring, stupid, senseless. This poem is watching you trying to make sense from this poem. This poem is fucking up your brains, making you want to stop listening to this poem. But you shall not stop listening to this poem. You need to know what will be said next in this poem. This poem shall disappoint you because this poem is to be continued in your mind, in your mind, in your mind.
Poem is right here.
No, it definitely will not end, not just end or continue in your mind, but it will continue as well on our set and of course on your favorite program, GH Today. And we're still live on GH1 TV. We're still making impact and we're still making history. So that video that you saw, that is our guest, and he is in the studio. He is here with somebody though. He is an internationally acclaimed poet. He's a musician. He is an actor. And he is a Pan-Africanist. Okay, Muta Baruka has joined us with Dr. Sharita.
No, Aris.
Okay. Oh, Dr. Aris Latham.
Yes.
My bad. Okay, so you're welcome.
Yeah,
welcome, Muta.
Good
Good to see you again. And then Doc, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm loving that. You know.
Oh, well, you know, it's history of my life.
Ah.
In the beard, right?
Yes. Oh, there's some background to it. Okay, I hope you're sharing that with us as we go along.
Oh, yes.
Alrighty.
So what brings you to Ghana, Muta Baruka?
Well, we were invited here to take part in the cultural and the African Cultural and Wellness Festival, which is, I think, something that has been going on for the past 3 years. The sister Sharita, she's the one who's responsible, so she invited us to take part in it. So that's why we are here at this moment.
This is not your first time in Ghana, is it?
No, I was checking it last night. This is my 5th time in Ghana.
You always come undercover. We don't hear.
No, it's not undercover. It's just you not in the cover.
I'm not in the cover.
Yeah.
You have the cover.
I was here last September.
Okay.
Me and Tony Rebel was here last September.
What was
coming here, I was Panel Fest.
Oh,
I took part in Panel Fest. The first time I came here was me and Yellow Man.
Yes, I remember the Yellow Man visit.
Yeah, so I've been coming here.
So there's no cover?
No cover.
So, you know, this is striking though. I mean, if everybody sees you and you can immediately notice that you're barefooted.
Well, I figure that.
So are you always like this? You always walk barefooted?
Yes.
Why? if I may ask?
It's a long story.
We want to hear it.
Please summarize it for
It's
us.
part of my life, like his beard. But it's just something that we do over the years as Rasta in Jamaica. You know, we feel that it's part of the process of understanding yourself and connecting with the earth, and just the vibration and the feeling that you get when you don't have on the shoes. You're not insulated from the earth. You know, so
What's the feeling like?
you'd have to experience it. It's not something that you can tell. It's an experience.
But you were in
And I have
cold
been doing it for 40 years.
But you were in cold London just recently, and you
Last
walk around.
night.
Last night you were in London.
Yes.
So you got
I've
on
been walking around for years, 40 odd years. It don't
so
come like anything.
the snow don't bother you.
No, neither the heat.
Do people offer you shoes?
No.
What, you know,
People,
what
in
do
the
they say
cold,
when-
people feel cold for me. When they look at my foot, they start to
I
feel
know.
cold. But no, people offer me shoes. They know. I mean, anyone know that it's not something. I mean, not that I wouldn't wear it, but at this moment in my life, I don't see the necessity to do it. You know.
We know you as an ardent Pan-Africanist.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
What has that got to do with the diet? Because there's some nice food here, which we're
All right.
talking about pretty soon.
Well, Iris is the food expert, you know, but Pan-Africanism is part of what we call the liberation movement, the liberation struggle, and in this time, you have to be very holistic with your struggle. And one of the things that confront black people is what we are eating, especially today, with all the different genetically modified foods and all the different ways of, killing you. It seems that sometimes you are dodging from the criminal outside of your house, but you actually bring something in your house to kill you, and which is your kitchen and the food that you have in the kitchen. We think that black people now need to really re-examine the foods that they eat, because it's not like old times when your grandmother used to eat a lot of carbohydrate and then work it out. Now most young people, they live in a sedentary habit. They just sit down from 9 to 5 and then they go home again and sit down and watch television. So all of that is not burnt up. So you need to have a diet now that can really make you deal with the situation that you are in now. And a lot of, yam and cocoa and flour and rice and things. It's not something that I think that is conducive to life in this time. We need to examine it. And so Pan-Africanism is that struggle also. That struggle of how you eat, how you think, and the movement for African people to liberate themselves.
So the food is part of the struggle.
Definitely. Food security, eat what you grow what you eat. That should be the voice of a lot of countries, especially in Africa. Especially now that we see a lot of things coming in and we don't have nothing going out. You see, so we're a consuming set of people.
Yeah.
We don't produce enough to feed ourselves. And sometimes the leaders don't understand it, because what they do, they produce things to export and leave the people raw. So what we are saying as African, Pan-African, is that we need to re-examine it. It's a political thing. It's not just something where people just say, don't eat that, don't eat that. This is a political thing. They are using food to destroy the population, the African population.
Doc, let me come to you, and once again, my apologies.
No problem.
Dr. Iris Latham.
Yes.
Is this your first time in Ghana?
No, this is my second time. I was
Okay.
first in Ghana 44 years ago.
Oh.
I was here in 1972 as part of a dance troupe.
Right.
We stayed at Legon at the university, and also we had the honor to attend Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's funeral as well. And now on my return here, I've been to several parts in Africa over the years as well. I was actually born in Panama in the canal. My grandparents went to build the canal. That was another one of our great accomplishments as African laborers around this world.
Wow.
We built that canal.
Wow. So you are, first of all, give me a summary like I did with Muta.
Yes.
You said it's what? There's some history behind the beard?
Well,
Something you want to share?
It's
briefly?
life. It grows. And
It does,
it's a
right?
natural,
So how long can it go?
as long as my life is going to extend.
Oh my goodness, I can imagine how that would look like.
I mean, it's a natural feature of a man. I don't think I should compete with women by shaving my beard.
Does that mean that you've never shaved off your beard?
I've shaved twice in my life.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Let's now look at the food. So like Kafi said early on, I haven't seen this before,
Yes.
but you are a vegan chef?
I am a food scientist, a doctor of food science.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us about this meal.
You brought us something nice.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't use the word chef, first of all, because there's only one chef on this planet.
Which is?
The sun. The sun cooks for us all.
The sun up in the sky.
The sun up in the sky.
Okay, I'm
Ra.
learning something today.
Yes.
So the cuisine that I've developed is called sun-fired Ra foods. You know, food that is cooked by the sun.
Ra is an ancient Egyptian word.
The sun.
Ra.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Rather than raw.
Yeah. In my language, you say ra.
Ra.
So it's almost the
Okay.
same. Yeah. Ra.
So it is not raw food because I say it's been cooked. The growing seasons is the cooking process. So from the time a plantain tree blossoms, you have the blossom of the plantain, till the time you have a ripe plantain, it's fully cooked.
By the sun.
Perfectly cooked by the sun during that entire year period. So when we receive that plantain, to actually tell the creator that you made a mistake, I am going to fry it, cook it, bake it, boil it, steam it, and do all of these other ridiculous things to it. You're actually killing the plantain. You're uncooking it. You're destroying the solar energy, the life, the vibration, all the nutrients that are in the food, and then now you're asking this food to give you life. And we do this throughout. So what I've developed is a form, an art form, to present this food for modern, association. So I've been recognized by the Oxford Encyclopedia of Food and Drink as the father of ethical gourmet raw food cuisine in the world, for having developed this cuisine. It's been now 45 years that I've not consumed foods from any animal source, just all plant foods. It's been 40 years that I've not consumed any cooked foods whatsoever.
Wow.
And I recently, right now in Ghana, I completed my 69-day fast. I drank only juices and coconut water for 69 days. I started in Jamaica back in December 1st, Panama, Brazil, and now I've been in Ghana, and I've done about 10 days of my fast here in Ghana. And I broke it right up in the, I went to the canopy walk up in Kakum.
Yes.
And that was my last day up in the canopy above the rainforest, and then I broke it the next day when we went to Cape Coast.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Can we tell us what's here?
What we have brought here to share with you is, well, this is the coconut bread.
Okay.
Right here.
This
bread right here, it is made from the meat of the young coconut, the jelly. We take the jelly out and we just blend it, season it with a little bit of
the brown guy over there.
The brown guy right here.
Okay.
And it's dehydrated. So the moisture has been taken out, and it has the texture of a wrap. We use it to do wraps and things of that nature. Wow. This here...
Can I try it?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Please. Yes,
Okay.
Yes, please do.
Coconut, right?
That's coconut.
Can I get a second bowl?
Yes.
No,
I get
definitely
one?
not on the cover.
And right here, what we have...
Let me use that, please.
Yes.
I don't want to use the fork.
You don't use a fork?
Yeah. Okay, we're doing this one, the bread.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So what? Did you add anything to it?
No, just coconut.
Let me
Really
have
nice.
the fork one moment. Right here, what we have
I got the
here,
coconut taste.
this is what we call cauliflower nuggets. And this is cauliflower that's been battered with egusi, a batter made with egusi, and it's breaded and dehydrated. So it has the texture of what we would traditionally think of the texture of chicken and things of that nature. So, and then right here we have what we call broccoli spare the ribs. These are broccoli spares that we made a tomato. Ghana has really great tomatoes here. So we're
like Jamaica, right?
Oh,
Good tomatoes.
yes. So we have dehydrated some tomatoes and fresh tomatoes, and we have onion and garlic and some great herbs here. And it's battered and coated, and it's dehydrated as well. These are onion rings. made with beets and palm oil.
Okay.
And right here, we have our cashew cheese.
Cashew cheese.
Cashew cheese. The cheese is made from the seeds of the cashew fruit. We take the cashew seeds and we soak them for 12 hours. Then we put them in the blender, in the blender with a little lime juice. Some
Yeah, I'll put
Yeah,
like a
the-
paste,
Oh, that
right?
one. Okay.
the lime juice, the noni juice, and then it has it has a little parsley in there and some sweet peppers.
It's good.
And it's fermented, so it has the taste of cheese. And see, with the noni in it, it really gives it that European, special cheese flavor without the animal pus, without the milk. Human beings are not designed really to process the lactose that we find in the cow's milk. So we develop cheese, we develop milks, we do pizzas, we do burgers. It's a complete cuisine. Anything that you think that you like cooked from traditional meat and potato cuisine, I can come up with a version for you that is completely raw and, the taste.
And you'll be doing demonstrations of this weekend, right? It's a big event. Just give us a little bit of that
It's a
before I
very
come back to
big
you.
event. We have this evening at 6 o'clock from 6 to 9 at the Nobuke Foundation. We're having the opening ceremony, which is going to consist of a royal feast. We're having a 12-course royal feast with fresh juice and a plate like this, and we have desserts. We make paradise pies. These are fresh fruit pie. The crust is made with coconuts and dried fruits, and we have fillings. We have a banana coconut cream pie.
Nice. Sounds
Fresh
good.
cream from the coconuts.
Wow.
And then tomorrow we have the all-day festival, the African Cultural and Wellness Festival at the Aburi Botanical Gardens.
Indeed.
And that's from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. where we're going to have a marketplace. We're going to have health and beauty products on display. We're going to have a children's center where they can be able to enjoy natural life for the day.
So
as
everybody's
well.
catered for.
Everybody. So we have workshops going on. Myself, I'm going to be doing workshops on food preparation. I'm going to teach you how to prepare these foods.
Okay.
And also we have a food court, the All-Star Food Court, where we're going to be selling food like
All right.
this. And
So I'm going to have to hold you on right
Yes,
about now,
okay.
and let's quickly take a trip around the world, see the happenings around the globe. So that's World in 60 Seconds coming up.
While I
right now.
choose some of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Opposition MPs in South Africa have been thrown out of parliament during President Jacob Zuma's State of the Nation address for continuous heckling. Kenya has missed the deadline to prove to the World Anti-Doping Agency it is tackling cheating in athletics. A Japanese MP who sparked the national debate about paternity leave in Japan has quit after admitting to having an affair when his wife was due to give birth. And today in history, in the year 1999, the then President of the United States, President Clinton, was acquitted by the Senate of perjury and obstruction of justice.
Maybe about 50 years ago. Yeah. I don't know what it's like to be sick.
Wow. Okay. Well, so we're back and we're still discussing the meal. Oh my goodness, you want to have a taste of it. Very tasty, very nice, and it's healthy as well.
Very raw.
Yeah, very raw.
Yes.
And all the things that you talk about, you can actually taste it. I get the coconut bits, the cashew. I get all of it in there.
Yes.
How long does it take to prepare a meal like this?
Yeah, it looks pretty complex.
It takes about an hour. It looks pretty complex, but it is really not, because we use modern technology. We want to let people know that really what we know as cooking, like the stove, cooking on the stove, it's really an outdated technology. Come up to date. What we use in a raw food kitchen is a food processor, blender, juice extractor, and dehydrator. With those 4 implements, this is really a small job.
Well, it looks like it's going to be fun today and tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
But back to you, Muta. So, I know you've been a vegetarian for some time now.
Yeah.
How many years now?
40 odd years.
40 odd years. Okay, so this is right up the street.
Yeah. It's the thing with the food, is that people, because we grew up in an environment that tells us that you have to eat meat, you have to drink sugar, you have to eat salt. It kind of blew a lot of people's mind when they hear that. But right now salt is a high blood pressure thing right now. Sugar is a diabetes thing now. So we have to really revisit our education about how we eat, our eating habit.
Yeah.
Because as I said before, that is what is really killing us. We're killing ourselves in our own kitchen, and we don't understand it. And sometimes people don't want to go through this process because the food in the market is so cheap, but the doctor is so expensive. So you have to really weigh, are we going to continue eating the poison food and then pay exuberant amount of money to the doctor?
Indeed.
Are we going to spend money on ourselves and eliminate the doctor?
Indeed.
You see?
I know you have, we know that you're a Pan-Africanist, and I know you have this radio show, you lecture as well.
Yes.
And you follow world events. Let me just, before we go, bring you back to some of the raging world event, right? This whole Zika virus thing, and it's going
Zika.
through South America and the Caribbean.
Heading for Jamaica too.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the thought is this though, that you see, man is trying to play nature. He's trying to manipulate nature in so many different ways. And sometimes when him find a cure for something, it helps to bring out a disease of another thing. So this V thing is really man manipulating mosquitoes. They're trying to get the mosquitoes, the Asia aegypti mosquito, out of the picture by trying to kill out this mosquito, because this is the mosquito that gives you dengue fever and the chick V. So they have genetically modified one mosquito now to when it coupled with the other mosquito, it's supposed to eliminate the mosquito. But this mosquito now is causing a next problem.
Which is the Zika.
Which is the Zika.
And now we hear it can be passed through sex. And then today
and
I
through
hear...
saliva too.
Today I hear...
And they are telling that you must put a pregnancy.
Yes.
For 2 years. I don't know what they're going to do with the Olympics. You see, because the other day when Ebola was hitting
West Africa,
Sierra Leone, I think, there was all sort of thing, don't go to Africa, don't go to Africa. I mean, I have artists in Jamaica who had shows in Ghana, and so they're not coming because Ebola, you're not realizing that Africa is a continent, Africa is not a country. We don't have like this euphoria about Brazil, that going to Brazil, because now is the Olympics time. People don't want to throw a stone at the Olympics. But
business.
We need to take a stock of who is telling me what, when, and where we must go and how we must go about it, And this ZikV, it's a lot of these things them have. They have created, remember that there's an experiment in the Tuskegee experiment that took place, where they injected 300 African black people with syphilis. And it's years after, a nurse found out that it was done, and then years after Clinton being the president apologized for this Tuskegee experiment that was done on black people. They actually injected rats, put certain things in rats to see what would happen to black people if this rat thing. So they inject the rats and send it out into the black communities to see what is the effect it would have on black people. So it's not like, it's not conspiracy theory. And sometimes conspiracy theory is not necessarily wrong. A theory is not necessarily wrong, it's just that you don't develop on the conspiracy to find out if it is. But really and truly, the marks are there to say that it's man creating disturbance in the atmosphere with its chemical germs and chemical warfare. That's why we're talking about food as an important thing, because food is what nourish your body. Food is what protect your body. And people talk about God, they say, how can you say you love God when you can't say, you can't love who you can say? You have to love who you can say, and who you can see is yourself. You need to love yourself to the point where, like Marcus Garvey said, if you don't have no confidence in yourself, you're twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence, you have won even before you have started.
Indeed.
So we as African people have to recognize how important it is to save ourselves.
First.
We have to save ourselves first. Before we can think on a global thing, because everybody else is saving themselves.
Indeed.
At the expense of us.
And you're performing tomorrow?
Yes. I'll be talking and reading poetry.
Okay.
Yeah, without music.
Yes.
Yes, it's
No
performance.
music. Yes,
It's the-
poetry.
And we can't wait. In fact, Kafu and I are going to be there. We'll make sure that you see us so that you know.
You will be undercover.
No,
above the cover.
No undercover things. No, you know, so Sunday is Valentine's Day. We're going to be asking if indeed that Rastafarians do even celebrate that. But before we go into that, I know
let us go into that, but I'll come back
I
to
know,
it.
I know that you are a peace ambassador.
Yeah?
Perceived as a peace ambassador. You are the voice for the people.
Okay.
Do you feel that pressure with all the untowardness that we're recording in various parts of the world to do more? Do you feel the pressure to do more?
No.
You don't?
I know what I want to do. Somebody not telling me what to do. I pressure me what to do. I'm not a politician. You see, politicians go under pressure. That is why they bow to pressure and do the things. So, like most politicians, they really have a good heart until they go into power. You know, they say power corrupts and absolute power corrupt. Absolutely. So when politicians go and feel like they can change the thing, they say, you can't change it from outside, you have to go inside. When they go inside, the system is so overwhelming that they become part of that corruption also. So I'm not a politician. I don't have anyone telling me what to do and what not to do. I do what I want to do and how I feel to do it. You know?
Great.
So and the case of the one that you say you're going to leave for the
Valentine business.
you know, if you look on African people history, you realize that we're celebrating more white history than black history. You know, most of the holidays that we celebrate that is really meaningful to us is what Europeans give away. Christmas, Valentine's Day, Boxing Day. I mean, like, there's so much. Even Halloween now, we say Jamaican people that celebrate Halloween.
Just like
we're celebrating in Ghana
and
as
then
well.
what happened now that
Today.
we look on the television, we try to imitate. If you look on the ladies, they look like Kim Kardashian. The self, the African self get lost in these things. So I don't know what could I celebrate Valentine's Day. What is Valentine? Valentine's Day is a man in Europe who try a thing and it work out for him. And then it just bounce back from we, you know. And
But you believe in love?
We could not say we don't believe in love. Love is not a European or an African idea. It's a human personality, you know. So, but to say that I must celebrate Christmas, which the guys them who saying it don't even know when I'm born, it's really damaging to my head. How can I celebrate a birthday that even the people them who give me the birthday don't know when that individual born?
Doesn't make sense to you?
Yeah, and Valentine, who the hell is Valentine? How much youth out there know who is Valentine? you know, we should have had Kwame Nkrumah there.
We do have one.
We love, no, not about African
Okay,
people in general, just like what because it's not only African celebrate Valentine's Day, but Kwame Nkrumah Day would mean that he is a man who love him race as a Pan-Africanist, and we are celebrate the love of African people over the world.
Amen.
Did you ever get married?
Yeah, man.
You're still married?
Yeah, man.
We don't hear much about your family and things like that.
For some reason, there are people outside out here, but I have two girls.
Oh, wow.
I have two
Any
girls.
future dub poetesses?
Eh?
Are they going to be following you?
No, one is a teacher and one is a social worker. I don't want them to be poet.
But in the way they're following, because what you do is you teach through your poetry. You teach.
Well, one of them is a teacher, but to teach mathematics.
Mathematics.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's a scientist.
Okay.
Okay.
We need some more scientists.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And your woman?
She is a designer. She designs clothes. Very internationally known.
Okay.
Designer.
Well, thank you. We look forward to your performance tomorrow.
Okay.
Indeed.
I hope I see you.
Yes, indeed. Dr. Aris, your last words against, yeah.
Well, first of all, I'd like to share the phone number for the reservations for tonight's banquet. It is 05447505097. And the last word is always the first word. You know, and when it comes to what we do with the cuisine, it's all about life. It's all about health. It's all about living as long as we can live disease-free. So with that in mind, you should also keep in focus that it is actually not the food in your life, but the actual life
In the food.
in your food that nourishes. So eat live food if you want to stay alive on a very high frequency level. And this is what the theme of this festival is about this Saturday.
African Culture and Wellness Festival.
Based on high frequency vibration.
Right.
So when you come to the Aburi Botanical Garden, you're coming into a zone of happiness. You're going to leave all your troubles behind. we're going to share with you a real African celebration, a family day of love, peace, health, music.
Now you talked about love. I was just going to say that you haven't talked about love. Muta did.
Yeah, well, this is the real love food here we're talking about. You can't go wrong without it.
All right, Dr. Reese, well, thank you very much. Muta, your last words for people of Ghana who are listening?
Let your medicine be your food, and your food be your medicine. Then now you have a problem of, I am sick and I can't afford a doctor bill.
When was the last time you were sick?
I'm sick every day.
Every day?
Yes, with what's taking place with African people, it sick me.
It's a spiritual kind
And doctor yourself? When was the last time you took sick?
It's been over 50 years. I don't know what it's like to be sick.
Because you're eating healthy.
I'm eating healthy. I'm 69, and you see I don't wear glasses.
I know, you can see. Hey,
Indeed.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much.
All right.
Well, let me put you up on this, brother, because a lot of us ain't say this yet. Ray Hagan is still a cop. And not only is he still a cop, Ray Hagan was a plant to come into the conscious community and see what the fuck is going on, what they talking about, and bring back all the information. You know what? Sal Rasputin said he said it on his videos. He said it because I watched all 3 of his videos. He said, man, that nigga went to Egypt, Oswald Kwesi, raised him up, but he never really raised him up because he have always been a cop from the beginning. That nigga's a plant that infiltrate the conscious community, brother.
This is the area that's on fire right now. This is your Missouri. Oh, Ray, we coming around to you now, Ray. We done loose the dogs out now, baby. We coon hunting now. We coon hunting now, Ray. This is where you at out here. This is Mississippi over here, Ray. We coon hunting now, boy. We in Cloverdale. When he puts up a clip of this video, I am going to give him to attach. I'm going to give him the link to attach. I'm also going to drop the PDF version into the 40-day fruit fast group. I have the whole transcript to the Mike Brown case. Almost 5,000 pages. Damn. And I went through it. And Ray Hagan is a lying motherfucker. Yeah, Ray, we're going to tear your ass up.
In Patterson, right? Because I'm from Patterson. Okay. And I just wanted you to clarify to the African community about some comments about Mike Brown that you made yesterday in Patterson.
No, I ain't come here to talk about that today.
You a member of the community.
I just told you, I did not come here to talk about that today.
That's
Don't
fine.
bring that negative energy in.
It's not negative because you said it.
Brother.
You have the right as a leader in the African community to answer any question. Absolutely. Am I wrong, African family?
Absolutely.
Am I wrong?
No. No, you're not wrong, brother.
Yesterday in Patterson, Brother Higgins, you said that Mike Brown was a thug and that...
okay, were you there?
Yes, I was there, and I got the video right here, brother. You said that it was a justifiable homicide. I got it on video. I got it on video. I got it on video. Yes, you said that he was right. Don't touch me.
Answer the question.
You gotta answer the question.
Hold up.
This is peaceful.
This is my floor.
No. This is our floor.
No, I'm
African.
You in New Jersey, bro.
This is our people's floor.
Brother, do you realize what kind of energy?
He just asked you a question. That's it. Hold on. I'm just asking a question. I want everybody to know that I have the video. Ray Hagan said that it was justified that Darren Brown shot and killed. Darren Wilson shot and killed Mike Brown. He said that he everything that we think is true is untrue, as if we brainwash sheep. He said that the police was right when he spoke about the police. He spoke about we, meaning him, as if we the police, we are trained to neutralize the threat until it is down. That's what Ray Hagan said. I got the video. You said Mike Brown, if he wouldn't have stole those cigars in the store, he would be still here today. Darren Wilson didn't even say that. Darren Wilson said if he would have got out the street. You said he's strong-armed The store, he robbed the store, and he robbed the store. You said, no, nobody got to help me. That psychology not going to work, brother. I got the video
Can you answer
for everybody.
Let me tell you what I'm going to do.
He said that it was okay.
Let me tell you what I'm going to do.
I'll tell you what the point is. The point is, I'll answer your question. The point is,
He said about the law.
no, let him answer. Let him answer. Let him do the view. We don't even want to answer.
He said that, okay.
Just shut it down.
He said it was the law. The way the law is written, he could sorry.
No, respectfully, I'm gonna shut it down. I respect this man. He said shut it down. Brother Dexter's a good brother. I respect him. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm just.
He needs to answer that question.
Unbelievable.
I heard the whole thing.
I asked him, he come in and talk and all this stuff. He can't answer the question. It's crazy.
He won't answer.
He said it was negative. Was it a lie?
Got the video, y'all. He said
about reawakening our spirituality.
He said Mike Brown
Take it easy.
was justified for giving
If you guys want to do a forum on Mike Brown, then schedule it, fly me back up here, and I will show you all the forensic evidence.
I just answered the question.
But I am not going to allow negative energy come in this house up in here today. We've had too much of a wonderful time. Don't bring that stuff in my space not today. Okay? And that's all I got to say about that. Let's get back to some.
Jaja, give me true love. I need not search no more. No. Jaja, give me true love. I need not search no more. No. See love. One feel like a wandering sheep and a discharge. You know it no one to care for me. You know it no one to share with me. But you want me guiding light. Them no see it. You make me feel so right. You are the beacon throughout the night. Oh, oh yeah, yeah. That give me true love. I need not search no more, no. That give me true love. I need not search no more, no. That give me true love. I need not search no more, no. Jaja, give me true love. I need not search no more.
Look to the east and look to the west. Me feel cold down in the south. As some me search out mankind. We find the love a pure truth. Out the wicked like the sun when it blaze up in the town. And some me tell us that the earth Steve Austin stone cold. Me start to chant up in the north. And some me open up my heart. Then me realize things still have bless me from the start. No need no validation. Babylon love a fraud. Ja love a true love. So me now worry none of that.
Jaja, give me true love. I need not search no more, no. Jaja, give me true love. I need not search no more, no. Jaja, give me true love. I need not search no more, no. Jaja, give me true love. I need not search no more, no. True love. True, oh Lord. See love, and I witness them system of hell. But I not give up. Perseverance full my cup. I'm holding it to firm grip. Things might hard, but I not quit. I not quit. I not quit. Jaja, give me true love. Oh Lord, oh Lord, true love. Jaja, give me true love. I need not search no more, no. Jaja, give me true love. I need not search no more.
To the cutting edge right here on IRE FM. Roger Haspel holding the fort here for Muta Baruka. Of course, before that you heard interview there with Muta and Ray Higgins a couple of years back when Ray Higgins was our special guest at the Marcus Garvey celebrations. And I'm certain you found that interview quite interesting and you learned a lot. So the message remained the same. Up you mighty race, you can accomplish what you will. Up you mighty race, you can accomplish what you will. 95% of these populations are African. So it's time now for the mental repatriation, because if it's not physical, it must be mental, because we're there in the West here, I struggle too long. Of course, the lines are open up and we can take your calls. Many of you might have something to say, hitching for something to say. You call us at the traditional numbers here on IRE FM and let us hear what you have to say on the cutting edge tonight. Of course, you know, it's real silly season time here in Jamaica. Orange and green time. And of course, splintered with little independents and little third parties here now and again. And the message from all of them remain the same. Promises, on top of promises, on top of promises. And it is the same thing. Those in power fight to stay in power and get corrupt with power, want more power, believe in more power, and will do everything to remain in power, while those in opposition, they will devise devious means to get there, devious means to topple who on top, and then when they get there, it's the same thing, under a different name, under a different plan, but it's the same thing, oppression on the people. So, what you say, African people, rise up, you can accomplish what you will. You are a great race in the past, you're a great race today, and you are a great race tomorrow and forever. Africans, the creators of civilization, and as Marcus Garvey said, we are entitled to the very same civilization that we created. We are all entitled to the benefits of civilization in this time when we liberate our minds in this time. Because interesting time we are living in, the world become one as each day passes. Communication networks creates a global village, technology advancing the way how we live. We're taking your call. Hello, good night.
Yes, good night. This is Mandingo Fulton.
Mandingo.
The 18th of February 2016. Hello?
Yeah, man, how you do, man?
Greetings. Yes, good.
Yes,
good,
Mandingo,
good.
long time.
Yes, long time. From Roots FM days.
Roots days, man, for real.
Yes, Cockburn Pen, yes.
Man.
You and I were on it, you know.
Yes, man, definitely.
That program. I want to heal up a sister and her daughter, Marcia, and her daughter, who originally from Linstead, St. Catherine, but now listen to the program all the time. They are in Pocono, in Pennsylvania, in the States, and also Brother Cecil Mafia Sound System, who originally from Kingston, but he's now in Rochester, New York. These are people who they listen to the cutting edge, you know, so they say, Mandingo, you must call us up to let people know that we're listening. And my brethren ever from Wildman Street, Kingston, and also all the St. John's Road, Spanish Town people, and the twin brothers in Birmingham, in England. Yes, Roger, nice interview that you played with Muta and Brother Ray.
Yes.
But I just wanna make two clarifications. In Brother Ray, you're talking about the Ptolemies. The Ptolemies were Greek Macedonians, because Alexander the murderer, not the great, was a Macedonian. He was not Greek. He conquered the Greek, so it's next door. But the Ptolemy, named Ptolomies, the Ptolemies, is coming from one of his generals who succeeded and ruled what is called Egypt, but we know the original name is Kemet.
Yes.
So just have to clarify that the Ptolemies are not from the Caucasus, but they are Macedonian Greek from that general of Alexander, the murderer.
Yes.
And also talking about the Moors.
Yeah.
The Moors who invaded Spain.
Invaded?
Some of yes, in Spain and what is the Iberian Peninsula and thing.
Yes.
The majority of them, some were Africans who became Muslims due to conquest and so on, but the majority of them were Arab Muslims and Berber Muslims who are non-African people.
More a sect.
People. Sorry?
More like a sect. A sect. S-E-C-T. Sect. Yeah.
Yes. You know. So this is the situation, and we must remember that some Africans who became Muslims also joined with these Arab Muslims and Berber Muslims to conquer our people in other parts of Africa who were not Muslim.
Yeah.
We must remember that, and remember that before the Arabs had no advanced civilizations and so on, because whatever civilization in terms of science and so that they got was when they invaded Kemet, that most people know as Egypt, and got knowledge from our culture there in Kemet.
Because they got there and saw a civilization, a flourishing one.
Because, you know, we are the first people on the planet to create civilizations. We are the first engineers, the first scientists, and so on.
Yeah, man.
The Arabs, even before they were Muslims and after they were Muslims, they were not civilized people. They were nomadic people in the desert in Arabia and that type of thing, you know?
Yes.
And next thing, correction that I have to make in an otherwise very good interview with Brother Ray, is when he was talking about the word Africa, and he said he's talking about Al-Kebolan. Now, Al-Kebolan, Dr. Ben, is my very good friend from about 1980. I brought him with others to Trinidad thereabouts too. But what happened is that the word Africa, as Brother Ray is saying, that is after a Roman general, Scipio Africanus. That's incorrect. And let me explain why it's incorrect.
Yeah.
The word Africa is an indigenous native word. It's a part of Northern Africa, indigenous. But what happened is that there's a tradition from Roman times, and the British and the French and other people have copied this, that whenever one of their generals achieve victory in a certain area, they give them a title which includes the name of the area. So, for example, his name was Scipio, but he was called Scipio Africanus after he defeated the Carthaginians led by Hannibal. So the Africanus was a title to show, because that area where Carthage was is the original Africa. It's an indigenous term. It's not a Latin word. And it means an area which is tropical and which is hot. And my reference where this is concerned is the great historian G.K. Ose, the Ashanti lawyer from Ghana, who taught Dr. Joseph Ben-Yochanan and also John Henry Clark. That is weird. So it's an original term. And in modern times, you remember you had this war with the Germans where Rommel, where the British defeated the Germans in North Africa, and the British general was called Montgomery. Well, afterwards, he got a title, Viscount Montgomery of El Alamein. El Alamein was a place in so-called Egypt where he won the victory. Also in Abyssinia, later known as Ethiopia. And what people must know too, who don't know, is that the word Ethiopia originally referred to the entire continent that we call Africa.
Yes.
And what is now called Ethiopia as a state was originally known as Abyssinia. And in earlier times, part of it was known as Aksum. So what happened is that when the British general Napier invaded Abyssinia and besieged Emperor Theodosius, who killed himself rather than be captured by the British, he was given the title, a military title of Napier of Magdala. So the Magdala, because that was the fortress that Emperor Theodosius was besieging. So people must understand that Africa is an indigenous term, and Scipio Africanus, the Africanus is showing where the area in which Scipio, leading the Roman army, defeated the Carthaginians led by Hannibal.
Yes.
So that's the explanation, because as you know, Roger, we have to be scrupulous and we have to correct and let our people know the truth, because only the truth shall make us free.
Definitely.
But otherwise, very brilliant interview, and that part that he spoke about in the rules that we have in Kemet about unnatural sex is forbidden, it's wrong, between male and male, entirely true, because one of the so-called negative confessions, some people say they say negative confession because it says I did not, and that is against male and male having sex, you know.
Yes.
So this thing that we as African people are against the practice of homosexuality and the practice of lesbianism has nothing to do with Christianity and a so-called Hebrew or Jewish book about Old Testament and New Testament, as the brother Ray correctly said. Because our religions, our spiritualities originated thousands of years ago, before Abraham, the founder of the so-called Hebrew thing, ever existed. So we are before Abraham. So we can't be following people who came after us. But as he correctly said, Brother Ray, when people are only accustomed to knowledge from their downpressors and their enslavers, then that is what they use. And he was very brilliant in showing that the people, the Africans in the Israeli state, Zionist state, who call themselves Hebrew Israelites, that they are wrong, but it's because they're getting information from the very people who conquered and denied our people knowledge of ourselves. And this is why we as Africans, which is what you are doing, Muta Baruka is doing, myself and others are doing, is that we must study our own original history, because we don't need to borrow from other people's history.
Definitely.
Because that cannot help us. The only thing that can free us, as Marcus Garvey said, is for us to know ourselves. So we have to study our own history. We have the works of Marcus Garvey. We have the works of Cheikh Anta Diop with the African origin of civilization, etc. We have the works of J.A. Rogers, who was from Negril, Westmoreland, Jamaica, who Ivan Van Sertima copied information from to write his book before they came before Columbus, even though he didn't acknowledge Joel Augustus Rogers from Jamaica, from Negril, Westmoreland. Brother Tony Martin, my friend, with the book Race First.
Yes.
And Chancellor Williams, The Destruction of Black Civilization, the African from the States, who has given us a history of the African race before the Ixos, who are the first non-African invaders of our mother continent. So all we have to do is we have the books and name them. People study our own African history, study our own Alkebulan history. Both names are original names for our motherland, and that's the most important thing. And my brother, I give thanks and praises to Marcus Garvey Jr., the son of Marcus Garvey, who was my physics teacher at Kingston Technical High School in Jamaica in the 1960s. I was honored to be a part of the political party that he founded and led, the African Nationalist Union, that helped to educate our people then. And finally, we know we have elections coming up in Jamaica next Thursday, the 25th. But whether PNP or GLP wins, it does not make any difference insofar as we as African people in Jamaica, we are the majority. Jamaica is an African country. We are the majority. It is our interest as Africans that must prevail. We must not, as Africans from Jamaica, whether we are in Jamaica or outside of Jamaica, allow non-Africans, be they Europeans, Arabs, Chinese, or anything, to control and to rule our island nation of Jamaica, because the blood, sweat, and tears of our African ancestors paid for the islands of Jamaica, Trinidad, and the rest in the Caribbean, and we shall not give up these islands in the Caribbean because they were paid for with the blood, sweat, and tears of our African ancestors. And as Marcus Garvey Jr. said, all the islands in the Caribbean are African islands. We shall not give them up. They are a part of the greater African super state that Marcus Garvey said we must establish, with the base being in Mother Africa, with one president, one army, and one air force. And big up to President Mugabe, who is continuing the works of Marcus Messiah Garvey, who will be 92 years old. 92 years old, Monday the 22nd of February, 2016. So my brother, Roger, keep on doing the good work. Brother Muta Baruka, my brethren from Kingston Technical School days, keep on doing the good work, because we have enemies outside of the African race and inside of the African race who want to keep our race down. But we shall prevail, and this is why Haiti must be freed from European occupation. The UN are using, the Americans and French are using the UN troops in Haiti to keep down and to occupy Haiti. Haiti must be freed. President Bertrand Aristide, who was overthrown by the Americans and French, must be restored to power, and his party, which was banned and prevented from taking part in elections, must be returned to power. And you know what the UN has done, Brother Roger?
Yeah.
They have put out 6 commemorative stamps. The UN, led by Ban Ki-moon from South Korea as a front, they have put out 6 commemorative stamps promoting and celebrating homosexuality and lesbianism. Some of the stamps are showing men kissing men. The UN is not supposed to do that, because the majority of the countries in the UN have laws against homosexuality and sodomy. And this is what the UN is doing. There's a petition online. People go on the internet and sign it. The UN must withdraw this homosexual agenda of trying to push and enforce the practice of homosexuality on our people. The next thing is that they are going to want to make legal pedophilia, that is child sex, adults having sex with children, and also bestiality, people having sex with animals.
Yeah.
Yes. And we are not afraid to talk. They are not afraid to talk, despite those newspapers in Jamaica and other people in Jamaica and outside of Jamaica who want to force the practice of homosexuality and lesbianism, which is anti-African. Our culture is not against that. We deal with multiplication and not subtraction.
Yes,
Keep up the
Mandingo.
good work, my brother.
Bless up yourself, man. Give thanks.
Give thanks.
All right,
Love.
Mandingo.
Bless.
All right. We're still taking your calls, you know. Cutting edge. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, man, you're on.
Lee Scratch Perry on the talk.
Lee Scratch Perry, legend. Where is it?
Yes. And I would like to talk.
Yes, man.
And if it's possible, I'd like to talk to Muta Baruka.
Well, Muta not here tonight.
It's a wonderful thing. I would like to talk to him.
Yeah, man, him coming back next week.
Well, when my time comes, you to say that.
Yeah, man, but you can't talk now, you know, you're on here, you know, live.
I'm on the air live, and Lee Scratch Perry saying to the American government, the Muslims who want to Muslim and I want to Muslim and say them a Muslim and them thing. I in no Muslim business. Because God give I and I life to live. And God I say, well, no man put any dick in your bottom, because that will be a destruction and bad luck and tribulation and I hope I think so. Me not go about to the American bottom business and the baho me. No to the wrong goat. To the wrong goat. No to the she goat. No to the devil. And no to the red devil. Red devil have no talk. Hear me now. So me say to the American government and Muslim us. And Muslims and Muslims Satan. And Muslims demon and Muslims demon and Muslims gay man. And gay men and Muslims Satan lost. And I put a curse on loss. Satan dust, and I put a curse on evil and put evil into ashes and dust. And I say to ISIS, I am ashes and I am dust. And if you don't show yourself as the real ISIS, I turn you into ashes and dust. But God is not guilty. The Almighty God is not guilty. The devil is guilty. Satan is guilty. Sex is guilty. And God is unguilty. For all the unpopulated people on the planet Earth. No, it's caused by sexing, raping, and lusting. So God is not guilty, and American government is guilty, and Mr. Obama is guilty. To fighting about taking over Jamaica ganja, I want to rule one I want to take over one God, Cali weed. I want to legalize it. I want to set trap in Jamaica. You can't get no hotel, no smoking ganja hotel. No smoking ganja hotel in Jamaica. No ganja hotel in Kingston. No ganja hotel, but cigarette hotel and coke hotel are available in Kingston. In Kingston and Jamaica, marijuana smoking are not legal by the American. And upset, I don't like that. So the upset is complaining that if ganja cannot be legal, cigarette must not be legal. And if ganja, marijuana cannot be smoked in the hotel, where cocaine must not be taken in the hotel in Jamaica and anywhere in the world, otherwise it's going to be fire! I'm scared. But I'm not weird. Okay, I'm saying to anti-Muslim, I will never be a Muslim. And I will never be Muslim. And I must talk, we are from AD, BC, Africa, Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, where we talk with the one God of gods and one Lord of lords and one conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, elective God of the world. Marcus, you have the conquering lion.
All right, now have to take a break.
If you want me back, you call me.
All right, sir.
Good.
sewer system. I know your children, them living in darkness. And all the big plays, no paydays. I know them sell out just to profit them for rice and peas. I must say forgive, but never forget. I know if it's still my blood, that are them intent. I know with full fight is bare lies. I know me penetrate them throughout them disguise. I am the beer chains and backbones. I know them wash our brains with charcoals. I miss them with stress, you're helpless. Until them turn a soulcase into a basket. Tell Babylonian, your time's numbered. I know tomorrow I only Ethiopia. That's when the lion from Zion, him a go bust the 7 seas and free up I man. I miss the slave trade, abolishment, a Hollywood illusion made with intent, and then consequent to train up our brain until my soul come back now in a hurricane. So miss them forgive and never forget. I know for waste my talent that I them intent. I know we keep on, we're coming so strong. Enemies are robber Babylonian, cause we're the enemies are robber Babylonian. The enemies are robber Babylonian.
Good night.
Oswald.
Yeah, where's it?
Yeah, man, bless love, man.
Blessed.
Just a pass through and I bless some love, you know. Love the program, man. Love the interview there.
Yes. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, love the interview. Whole heap of insights, whole heap of lessons, life lessons. Yeah, man. I want to tell you a couple of weeks ago, I see a brethren of mine post it on Facebook that the same thing we might talk about.
Yes.
With the where show you the image and the imagery of the woman, the life and the eternal life. And I tell you, and coming and hearing the rebroadcast, they just confirm up a whole
yeah, connection.
Things, you know? Yeah, man, connection, man, real and truly.
Yeah, man.
Tell you. Yeah, man, but give thanks for all if you all along the fort, though, you know.
Yeah, man.
Keep it positive, set speed, you know what I say?
Have to, you know, because
yeah, man, I really appreciate of that movement. Yeah. And big up the upset a while ago. Don't know if you can drop one and tune them. Uncle Bonafide Brethren, man.
You mean
yeah, man,
Lee?
Yeah, man, Lee Scott. Yeah, man, I'm Uncle Bonafide Brethren, man. To my listener, I hope him can make a link to him. Do that, try link him if you listen.
Yeah.
Upset, do that, link up. Yeah, man, but if you can drop one of them track, then you have a track the way I like, Inspector Gadget. I don't know if you punch it in on the computer if it will come up. You can drop that one definitely before you check out.
I would have forgot check.
Yes, I. All right. Blessed love. Yeah, all on the 4th on the race tomorrow, too.
Yeah, man. Right class. All
right. Well, blessed love in a Roger.
Yeah, man. Same today, man.
Yeah, man. Cool.
Hello, good night.
Roger.
Yeah, walk on.
Bless up, man.
Bless up to the eye.
Is this? I saw some serious piece of fire scratch everybody now, man. You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, mama tell you that. Yo.
Original legend, that's enough, man.
Yo, man, I saw some serious piece of fire. The one wake up in the early morning.
Yeah, man, the man.
So I listened and I said, no, man.
Man, burn out and cramp up the bad spirit.
I must live in them time, you know? Well, Roger, just go and give thanks, you know. Anyway, Muta day in our right, and I'm supposed to say, yo.
Hey.
Roger, go and keep up the work, you know.
Yeah, man.
You don't know. I have to burn the fire hard and open up the
yeah, man, we can't out it, you know, because if we out it, we kind of dark.
I tell you, all in you see what I go on and know with the two tribe them.
Yeah, man, the green and the orange.
We fight for scarce benefits and spoil.
Fighting for the same thing. Fighting for, you know, come with the same thing. They might have a different name and different plan and 21-point plan and 10-point plan. It's the same oppression.
The same thing, no matter what the difference, you know. 6 or 1/2 dozen is there.
Yeah, man.
One kind of two-face. You know, the people have opened their mind and so I really go on, you know.
Yeah, man.
Roger, bless up and go and give thanks. Yeah?
All right, brother.
You keep on rocking. scent of marijuana was blowing in the breeze. Stretch down, you keep on rocking. Stretch down, you keep the world rocking now, 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 now. Stretch down, you keep on rocking, yeah, yeah, yeah. Stretch down, you keep the world rocking now, 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 now. Alton Ellis, Delroy Wilson were homegrown in Trenchtown. Peter Tosh on the whaler, Bob Marley on the whalers were homegrown in Trenchtown. Hortense Ellis, Dobby Dobson, I sense him all were homegrown in Trenchtown. And whose name I don't call, don't feel small. In reggae music you stand tall. Trenchtown, you keep on rocking. Down, you keep the world rocking now, 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 now. Stretch down, you keep on rocking, yeah, 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 yeah. Stretch down, you keep the world rocking now, 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 now. It's Kingston 12 in the city, Dub Institute, rights and equality. It's Kingston 12, I have to emphasize. Standing up and harmonize. Pass. This a sound no local. The Trenchtown sound international. From Trenchtown JA to Broadway. Roots rock reggae is the order of the day. Trenchtown, you keep on rocking. Trenchtown, you keep the world rocking now, 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 now. Trenchtown, you keep on rocking, yeah, 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 yeah. Trenchtown, you keep the world rocking now, 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 now. I take a walk onto First Street. The Trenchtown sound is a global beat. Rock on to Second Street. Smiling faces to meet and greet. Skank on to Third Street. The people in a trance and a dance off their feet. Make a stop onto 4th Street. The scent of marijuana was blowing in the breeze. Stretch down, you keep on rocking. Stretch down, you keep the world rocking now, 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 now. Stretch down, you keep on rocking, yeah, 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 yeah. Stretch down.
Irie FM really rocking, you know.
Kaboom, kaboom, Irie. Them little fool that try to copy them fish. Stop it.
Make you come and take me from me, Lord, I wanna know. Take me from me, yes, I've got to know. Take me from me, got to know. Take me from me, Africa, beautiful.
Hello, greetings.
Yeah, greetings.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you need to turn on the radio, you know.
Hello, greetings. Yeah, greetings. Yeah, good night, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to make a comment on the radio, you know. It's like, I didn't want to make a comment say, the people ever do the election thing, but I love if them, you know, say, them can connect to Africa, you know? Like, after the election, connect to Africa and connect to the states them in Africa, and most of them can lead, connect the people them to Africa, you know?
Ancestral home.
Yeah. But on a serious level, you know, you remember a show named Kunta Kente with Root?
Yes.
You know what I know, say, if them take that show they off of the TV when we are youth, you know, right? And the show there, it's a show when we feel, say, if enough youth that see that show there, no crime would be at Jamaica. A youth would take up a gun and go shoot another youth. When you see a show like them there, and then just take it off of the TV. So it just show me, say, we need to connect back there, so.
Yeah.
Because I strongly feel, say, if show like that did a show, a man that not take up a gun, go so me go rob a next man over there, so.
And shoot him black brother down.
Yeah, because man I go say, no, that man there no my enemy. You understand? So, I see them thing there and I recall it and I say, you know, what Marcus Garvey stand for, then change up the thing. Yeah. Because them put that show up on TV and by 1 week or 2 week time the show, then just take it off back.
I just blackish him on the usual plate. I just blackish him on the usual plate, them show this still, you know. I don't know why, but, you know.
Yeah, and look how much show now with man, I shoot man. And nobody not say nothing. So, who was the reason why them take off them show there? When the show there was a helpful show to me. See that? I'm sure there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You're right, man. I mean, we need to see more of those shows to show, you know, us the dignity of us as a people. You know?
Yeah, we need to connect to Africa, man, because no other choice, we don't have other choice, brother.
Mental repatriation. I mean, when a man say repatriation, man feels that.
Say it, you know, Marcus Garvey did the worst. See, all of them something there, where we are, you know, when I 11 years old, I read a book about Marcus Garvey, and then I look and I book it up, and I say, them show away history. I understand? Them man, they never pass off because they want, like, we get something. You understand? I fight them man, they have to fight, and I know the fight not really finished.
Yeah, because we have a great history, you know. History is our guidepost for our destiny. You know?
And him never would have satisfied and say, boy, we finish. Marcus Garvey would have satisfied with where we're there now. You understand? So we can't satisfy with what happened. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Well, give thanks still and give thanks to IRFM because I always try my best to listen, especially that program. So I'm a youth at school, you know?
Yeah, man.
Try my best to listen to some of the knowledge and things.
Yeah, man.
And
keep on listening, man, because the knowledge now stop flow.
I really like that interview there, and I really tell you, say, keep thanks because that teach me a lot.
Yeah.
Say, sometimes I don't like say we are fool as youth, but sometimes we are youth and the man that we're bigger than we, I try to stifle the knowledge. I tell you, say, don't go that way there. Because we don't see no outlet to feed the youth them in a them source of knowledge there. Right?
All right, so,
sir. The system not really help we in the way out I want. And for instance, if we have a intent to know so well, we have a connection to Africa, a lot of our knowledge would have some connection to Africa where we can know, say, at least like agriculture and them something that we can use that to help bring the country in some sustenance. Because we can't lose if we connect to Africa economically. That is a very, very good thing. All right.
All right, so keep on doing what you have to do, yeah?
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, sir. Hello, good night.
Yes, Roger.
Yeah, man.
We say, I the man didn't go off with just phone again for say, I want to heal up and enough respect to the legendary record producer from Kendall and over Jamaica, Lee Scratch
It's a Lee Scratch, man.
for saying what he said, because Lee Scratch Perry, in denouncing the practice of homosexuality and those who want to contaminate us with Muslim and other people's religions and so, and take us from our African selves and so, that he is brave, because a lot of people in the music world, artists, producers and so on, would not come out up front and say what Lee Scratch Perry, the legendary record producer who bring Bob Marley after Clement Seymour dad of Studio One. So big up to Lee Scratch Perry and also his brother, my brethren, who control the yard at Washington Garden. So Lee Scratch Perry, keep on doing the good work and keep on telling it like it is. From I the Mandingo. And Roger, just keep on doing what you're doing, my brother. And after the program, me and you talk, because we have to keep in touch.
Definitely.
So I remember when Marcus Garvey said, a race without authority and power is a race without respect. And when Marcus Garvey, as you said, is mental repatriation, is not physical. Because, as Marcus Garvey says, some of the Africans overseas, we don't even want them to return to Africa.
No, make no sense.
Because the dirty ways that they pick up from the Europeans in the Western Hemisphere, we don't want them to carry it to Africa.
To defeat the purpose.
To our people on the continent. Yes, for real. So one creator, one aim, one destiny. And people read and study the philosophy and opinions of Marcus Garvey. And that must be in every primary school and every secondary school in Jamaica and the curriculum to teach people, because up to now, it's still not in the schools, in primary school and the secondary schools as textbook.
Them a joke, man. Them a joke.
Yes.
As Mighty Diamond said.
I want it, Roger.
Yeah,
you know that.
As Mighty Diamond said, them never love Marcus and them still not love him. Them still not love him. Because if them love him, would have been more uplifted as a people already, because would have his philosophies that guide us through day by day. But them no want that. Them still want the Columbus thing in the school. Them still want tell you say Columbus discovered a new world and all of them foolishness there. Them still want that.
When there was no new world to discover, it's the same world.
Yes.
And no wonder Peter Tosh, my favorite whaler, say you can't blame the youth, because you talk about Henry Morgan, Christopher Columbus were great. When them are murderers, thieves and rapists and them type of thing, you can't blame the youth. It's true. You know what I mean? And if you have a chance, I would like you play the sugar mine at every little thing you run to Babylon, because you know you always have the traitors who inform on our people. You know? Seen?
Yeah, man. True.
So straight up.
All right.
Keep on doing the good work, my brother.
Yes, Mandingo. Cool.
Blessed love.
Mama Africa, I'm coming home, Hello, Mama Africa, how are you? I'm feeling fine, and I hope you're fine too. Hello, Mama Africa, how are you? I hope when you hear these words, your grace turn blue. I'm saying these words to let you know how much I care, and I won't let go. Even though we're oceans away, you're with me day by day. Memories of you keep flashing through my mind. The very thought of you
Greetings.
Yes, King. Blessed be.
Blessed up.
How is everything?
Everything is everything.
Great. Well, here I'm here listening to the program. Very interested.
Yeah, man.
Right? And people have to understand their history begin with them. Right?
Yeah, man.
They are the people them of the nation. They are the people them that everything written about. But the Vatican City and England, they hide the truth from the people. That's why they say half of the story has never yet been told. And the story, which is not a story, is life, is reality. And most people telling it in a story. Right? That's why the book they call the Bible is a book that mixed up. Because in the beginning is the king, as the king became flesh. The word is the king, and the king is the word. But they write the book and leave out 3/4 of the book, which is 362 book, make up the book they call the Bible. They hide all of them and just give them 66. And then mislead them in a religion controlling, politics, and mislead them and setting them against each other. The one they say I'm a Christian, the one they say I'm a sinner, the one that homosexual, the one that lesbian, the one that a liar, and I just pay evil and corrupt in them heart instead of live with love. The Almighty Creator is just simple, love. Love Him with all thy heart, thy mind and soul, and love everyone as the same.
It's not complicated. Each one. It's not so complicated.
The more you live, the more you learn.
Yes.
Right? There's nothing hard in it.
Yeah, man.
But it's like they must separate themselves from one another and don't want to learn the truth about life. Right? No, I am the physician. And what I see going on right now in Jamaica with this H1N1 flu virus, people have to be careful and take this thing serious because the Zika is in it, coming. Now the H1N1 virus, which they call the flu virus, which is a dangerous thing. Because once it catch you, you're going to end up with some serious pneumonia. You're going to end up with some serious coughing. Right? So what you need to do, protect your health.
Yeah, because a lot of people, wait until things come on and then blame government for this and government for that. You have to take responsibility for yourself.
Very true, King.
You have to take responsibility for prevent and do the necessary things to keep these things away out of your environment.
And out of your life.
Yes.
Very simple. So my people, the herbs, always remember your food is your medicine and your medicine is your food.
Yes, sir.
Right? I want to touch on the people who have diabetes right now because there's a lot of people in Jamaica where diabetes affect. Especially man, it affects their nature a lot. But the most of the man that will have diabetes, you cannot correct your nature unless you correct the diabetes. Because the diabetes is what really causing the slowing of your blood circulation and the slowing of your nerves. So what you need to do is correct the diabetes. You have several herbs here in Jamaica that cure diabetes naturally. The young marijuana plant, which we call ganja here in Jamaica, you use the young plant. Don't use the plant we're bud up and ready to smoke. That is too strong. So you use the young plant. The male plant with them root up and dash way also can use because it's very good in THC and CBD. Right? It carries a lot of compound that can cure diabetes. You boil the marijuana, the young marijuana plant. You have garlic, cinnamon, neem, right? Onion. These things supply natural insulin to the pancreas and normalize the sugar level. The Guinean root here in Jamaica, the herb named dog blood, and the aloe vera, which is Think Bible. You boil those three, you go to the store, you buy a thing named organic Bragg apple cider vinegar. Each quarter medicine you make, you put a tablespoon, ounce of the vinegar in it, a pack of Epsom salt, and a teaspoon of baking soda. And you drink like a 5-ounce cup of that on a daily basis. The next thing is cucumber. You have celery, right? And the aloe vera gel. These things is what alkaline the blood. You need to get your blood alkaline. Anytime your blood is alkaline, there's no disease can live into a alkaline environment. Oxygenate the blood with nitrate. There's no cancer cells can live in the human being body when you put nitrate in the body. To build red blood cell, you need iron plus you need copper and various different herbs that supply these things to build back your body and give you the energy that your body requires. In Jamaica here,
the cinnamon leaf, the rice bitter, the urban name Duppy gun. Right? These things are very good to supply insulin. For the kidney, baking soda is a #1 medicine for kidney with kidney bean, which we call red peas. So most of the diabetes patients, they always end up with kidney failure. And the dandelion herb, if you have kidney stone, you get the dandelion herb seed, the nickel, and the shame maca, we call shame old lady. That is to pass out kidney stone. Gallstone and kidney stone is 2 different stones. So to pass out the gallstone, you have several things. You have Epsom salt, you have cranberry juice, extra virgin olive oil, and cabbage juice. These things pass out gallstone, right? So if you stop all the sore foot where most of the people get with diabetes, you have the Cinco Bible gel, the busy, and salt. Mix all 3 together, use it to weld the cut. Or you part the Jamaica, you part the marijuana, just get her like a $50 bag of weed, put it in a pot for the fire, parch it, crush it out, and sprinkle it in the cut. It well up any cut.
All right, sir.
Right? So when they have infection in the cut like worm, they can just beat up the susumba leaf, mix it with the fire ashes, and use it to dress the cut with G's to bring out every worm or infection out of the wound. Right?
All right,
so blessed brethren, and take care of yourself and keep doing the great work.
All right, respect.
And big up yourself, Muta, anyway you're there, brethren. Love is life, life is love.
Order. Now my court is in session. Will you please stand? First, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Judge 1000 Years. Some people call me Judge Better Must Come. I am from Africa, and I come to try all you politicians for selling out black people. In my court, only Muta, as I am vexed. This is a people's court. Now what you have here today?
Well, Your Honor, we have defendants, Senator Sankey Singh and Senator Change Your Mind. Also here is Mr. Religious Belief, but I think we shall deal with the senators here at a later date. We will deal with religious belief.
All right. Politician Sankey Singh and politician Change My Mind. You are brought here for tricking black people by promising them good living every 5 years. You have been selling out black people to foreigners.
Your Honor,
hush up. I'm not finished yet. What you want to do? Promise me to? I see the rich getting richer and the poor dying.
Your Honor, fundamentally, if I might say something at this point in time.
Shut up! This is a people's court, and I'm not allowing any politicking here. If you disturb me again, I will give you 1,000 years for contempt of court. You are also charged for charging people too much taxes because of your mismanagement, spending money then taxing the people for it. You keep borrowing money from the IMF and the World Bank in the people's name, continuing the oppression of black people by the same colonial masters. Why you can't learn? No so-called third world country have been able to break loose from these money hawks. You have black people in a vicious cycle.
If it wasn't for me, black people in this country would still be worshipping the Statue of Liberty. Well, tell me how come you change your mind now?
Shut up! What you trying to do? Confuse the court? I am giving you both 1,000 years on the first account. From 1938 until now, you have been dividing black people. You're promising the people them right back into slavery. No, the only thing you have been truthful about is your thing about out of many one.
Your Honor, that was taken from my Uncle Sam.
Yes, because it's only one people that clean the street. It's one people that eat out a garbage heap. One people that cut sugar cane. One people in a sun and rain. And one people that tile. And it's one people that see a collect the kyle. And speaking of Uncle Sam, I shall also charge you for giving rise to crack and cocaine in this country by killing off the ganja plant that used to help our foreign exchange deficit. I am giving you 1,000 years for the crimes of Anthony Gurley, Godfather Don, and Mr. Crackstone.
But your honor,
not up, you should be hanged, but I shall be lenient and give you both 1,000 years. I have been noticing that in your airports, only outgoing passengers are caught with drugs, but never tourists. Yet we don't grow cocaine here, but it keep getting more common and common.
But the tourist business is very vital to our national development.
Vital? Vital to who? With your all-exclusive hotels? Tourists will soon think that niggles are next island by itself. You claim that the poor can't take no more, but you're not giving them anything. I see more Benz than nada, and I hear that a car that costs 20,000 in Miami costs 800,000 a year. What you do with all those extra money at customs? You keep talking about tourist harassment. What you call what them doing with Jamaicans in foreign? Every day they're talking about Jamaican posse.
Your honor, as you can plainly see, when I was in power, things were going to get right. I had all the white people with money on my side. All the brown people were starting to feel as if they were living in Miami.
But what about black people?
Well, as I was just getting around to them, I lost the elections, Your Honor. That is no excuse, Your Honor. Before him, black people were getting very self-sufficient. Brown people were starting to acquire homes in Miami. That is because they were running away, Your Honor. White people started to say, I and I. Your Honor, if it wasn't for him and his black ideology, we would reach much further. Your Honor, him never have poor people on the mind. That is why we're having so much trouble now. Your Honor, it's him change, not me. Your Honor, him have a party of gangs. It's him say so himself.
Shut up. I see no difference between both of you. You both following the same things. That has and is still keeping down black people.
When you're not in power, Your Honor, it is easy to say this and that. But when you have power, it is very different. A different song you have to sing.
I am giving you both another 1,000 years. None of you have the solutions to give you both another 1,000 years. None of you have the solutions to black people problem. I suggest you read the philosophy and opinions of Marcus Garvey. Study him carefully, then I might just grant your pardon. And another thing, before on the beginning of the sentence, both of you should visit Arcade and see how poor women run business from nothing. Let the domestic helpers show you how to use $130 to feed a family of 6 for 1 week. Now take them away.
All right, that's it for the Cutting Edge tonight. Now, earlier I heard Muta and Ray Higgins in an interview, a rebroadcast of that interview. I want to thank you for your calls as well. And of course, thanks to O'Brien for holding the fort at I&I tonight. So, concrete asphalt here. And we'll be back tomorrow with the stepping. So until then, take care, walk good, because the man, Matrix in the wings.
In smoking sense a million, you gotta give thanks and praise unto the Almighty Lord God Jah. Oh yeah, do it, Jah. Murder. Make under, making up, him name Jehovah, Jaman make under, making up, him name Jehovah. Him inspire me to be a my chanter. Me mass with the mic round the amplifier. Me fling when the slackness can no one conscience. They conscious lyrics and go hear me utter. So if you want an adult or a teenager, say every day you wake you feel read a chapter. Beginning of wisdom is the fear of Jah. The bottomless pit make we throw Lucifer. They take away we gold jam and them take me silver. Them hang me poopa and rape me mother. They ship me from the wonderful land of Africa. This slave in the plantation owner. They take away we name jam and them call with nigga. The hunger word we no eyes the coming measure. They tell we say we ignorant and inferior, and all them intelligent and superior. Through the complexion of them skin color. But I as a youth born as a super, me better than the bite from a tarantula. You hear from me voice a come through the speaker, but it sounds sweeter with the echo chamber. Say R for the road, C for the culture. Say S for Selassie earth right for ruler. Say once as a lamb going to the slaughter. Now they tribe of Judah. You can't enter Zion with a bushmaster, a M16 or a revolver. Set on a Babylon with your ammunition. Cause this don't have the ultimate destruction. Papa Levi on the version. Hail Jamana, I Levi on the version. How me stay? Jaman me cool, not stop like you. Me walk for the streets, I'm going for food. I ride to the dance, they make me tool. Hit for tail, they sit in a stool. Now black me brown, now black me ribs in me chest, me spine in me back. Trousers a pocket a flap with soul. I rock, but reggae me chat. Cap on a buck of the buck on a cap on the bottom of bass and treble at top. We act no cold, no and electricity can give you a shock. No free for the mouse, no free for no rat. Stand for the bottom, me reach to the top. Eat on the snap, the crack of the pop. Me run to the toilet, me cut the crap. The young grab, yeah, me no eat a snack. Come from your youth, me no score no fat. See me a dread, me edit no plot. No live in a house, me live in a flat. Lot of you here when this rhythm drop. Your head, your toe, your body a rock. From me for the mic, so lyric a top. Was slack, so bottom, I touch up a top. African land of the iron I spot. Into my trouble, Jah not turning back. Me pray to Jack, me never will stop. Who worship Satan, a foolish idiot. Jah blow bread, the devil cannot. Who get a bullet, no Mr. Sadat. After the gun, public fire shot. Malcolm X, then keep on the spot. Up in a Zion, the righteous a top. Down in a hell, the wicked a rap. The sweetest singer, a sugar miner. The maddest comedian, a Kenny Everett. Jackal a turn in a vampire back. But when him say son, him can't take that. You yeah, them that for use contact. But I'm hip on the mic, is leave a chat. Not so long, Jah walk on the land. The peaceful, righteous, as the man. Dreaded the Maccabee in I'm hand. Preaching love to man and woman. Him crucified by the Roman. Then they live to cross 3 foot on a man. Rise again, the resurrection, with a him create.